Everything in our external world is a mirror of our internal state. The moment we understand that reality isn't something happening to us, but rather something being shaped by us, we open the door to a new level of personal power. And that power lies not in the known, not in the predictable, not in the logical sequence of events, but in the vast unknown where infinite possibilities await. This space, this dimension beyond time, is where quantum meditation begins. We are not simply physical beings bound by flesh and bone, nor are we merely the collection of memories, beliefs, and emotions we've accumulated since birth. We are consciousness experiencing life through a biological system, and that consciousness is connected to the quantum field. This field, this invisible realm of energy and information, holds the blueprint of everything that ever was, is, or ever will be. And through meditation, we can tap into it, not through thought alone, but through elevated emotion, intention, and surrender. The body has been conditioned to live in the past. It remembers every betrayal, every failure, every moment of shame or guilt. And when we wake up in the morning and reach for those familiar feelings, we are essentially recreating the past all over again. Our chemistry, our biology, our behavior all follow the pattern of what's been rehearsed time and time again. And that's where the illusion lies. We think we're living in the now, but really, we're reliving yesterday. To truly change, we must break the cycle of memorized emotions and step beyond them. That's the threshold. Quantum meditation is about stepping into the formless void, the dimensionless realm where identity dissolves and only potential remains. It's where we go to become no one, in no place at no time. Because only when we let go of who we think we are can we begin to become something new. This means no longer identifying with the body, the personality, or the story we've told ourselves. It means transcending the known and choosing to connect with the field where all things are possible. In the quantum model, we don't wait for our outer world to change so that we can feel better. We generate the feeling first: gratitude, love, freedom, joy. And in doing so, we attract experiences that match that vibration. The field responds not to what we want, but to who we are being. So the practice becomes, can I feel abundance before I see it? Can I embody love before it arrives? Can I feel healed before the healing is confirmed? That's the art. That's the challenge. That's the opportunity. When we meditate, we quiet the analytical mind. We shift our brainwaves from beta, the alert, problem-solving state, to alpha, and then to theta, where the door between the conscious and the subconscious mind begins to open. This is the space where change becomes possible. It's the realm where new neural connections can be made and old patterns can be dissolved. But more than that, it's the gateway to the quantum field. The heart plays a central role. It's not just a pump. It's an electromagnetic organ, radiating powerful signals that influence both our biology and the field around us. When we bring the heart and brain into coherence, when they begin to beat and fire in rhythm, we enter a state of harmony that amplifies our intention. Coherence is the language the field understands. And in that moment, we become a magnet for our future. The moment you begin to feel elevated emotions during meditation, you are signaling to the body and the field that something new is happening. The body begins to believe the experience is real, and that's when transformation occurs. We're no longer victims of circumstance. We're creators of destiny. But we must stay there long enough. Not just dip our toes into that feeling, but immerse ourselves, dwell in it, and become one with it. In quantum meditation, we rehearse a new future, not by visualizing from our old self, but by becoming the new self. That version of us already exists in the field. It's not about forcing or striving, but about aligning and allowing. We tune our frequency to that future, and when the match is made, the synchronicities begin. People, opportunities, insights, they start showing up, not because we chased them, but because we became the vibrational equivalent of them. Letting go is essential. The more we try to control, the more we block the flow. In the quantum realm, surrender is power. We set the intention, we feel the emotion, and then we release the outcome. We trust that the field is intelligent, that it knows more than we do. We don't try to figure out the how or the when. That's not our job. Our job is to keep showing up, keep aligning, keep becoming. Over time, the body begins to respond to this new frequency. It starts to heal. The immune system strengthens. Hormonal balance is restored. The brain reorganizes. Why? Because energy is instructing matter. Because the inner world is no longer a reflection of the old, but a rehearsal of the new. And the field is always listening. Repetition matters. The more we practice, the more we condition the body to a new mind. At first, it may resist. It may crave the familiar, stress, fear, doubt, because those chemicals have been its food for years. But with persistence, the body begins to trust the new signals. It starts to crave the elevated states. And eventually, the meditation becomes more than a practice. It becomes a way of being. Miracles are not exceptions. They are the norm when we live in alignment with the quantum field. The reason they seem rare is because most people never venture beyond the known. But when we do, when we enter that space of nothingness with intention and emotion, we enter the realm where time collapses, where change can happen in an instant. Healing, transformation, manifestation, it all becomes natural. The key is presence. We can't connect to the field while thinking about our to-do list or replaying old conversations. We must become fully present, aware of the breath, aware of the moment, aware of the infinite space around us. In that spaciousness, the signal we broadcast becomes pure. And the purer the signal, the faster the response. Sometimes we think we're meditating, but really, we're just sitting with our thoughts. True meditation is when we get beyond the self. When there is no one left to analyze, no story to defend, no emotion to recycle. Just awareness, just energy, just being. In that moment, we touch the infinite. Quantum meditation is not about escaping life, but about engaging with it from a higher dimension. It's about remembering who we really are, eternal, limitless beings, capable of influencing matter with consciousness. We've just forgotten. But every time we close our eyes, breathe deeply, and step into the unknown, we remember a little more. There will be resistance. The body will complain. The mind will wander. That's normal. But every time we bring our focus back to the breath, back to the heart, back to the field, we reclaim our power. We are training ourselves to live from a new place, to think greater than we feel, to act greater than the circumstances around us. And as we change our internal state, the external must reflect it. That's not philosophy. It's physics. The observer affects the observed. When we hold a clear intention and marry it with elevated emotion, we send out a coherent signal that reorganizes matter. This is how reality bends to will, not through force, but through alignment. The future is not something we stumble into. It's something we tune into. It already exists in the quantum realm, like a radio frequency waiting to be accessed. And the way we access it is by becoming it. We don't wait for change to feel better. We feel better to create change. This is not about perfection. It's about awareness. The more aware we become, the more we catch ourselves when we slip back into old patterns. And each time we do, we gently bring ourselves back, not with judgment, but with love. Because love is the currency of the quantum. It's the energy that opens all doors. In time, the transformation becomes undeniable, not because of what we gain, but because of who we become. We become lighter, freer, more authentic. We become less identified with the past and more attuned to the present. And we start to live from the inside out. Quantum meditation is the path of the mystic, the scientist, the artist, and the seeker. It's the merging of science and spirit, logic and magic, thought and emotion. It's the art of becoming, the science of transformation, the journey of remembering. And every time we sit, close our eyes, breathe, and let go, we're making contact with that future. We are stepping into the unknown and saying yes to possibility. We are rewiring our brain, reconditioning our body, and reconnecting with the field. We are becoming creators. This is the gift we give ourselves. This is the work that changes the world. Not by fixing what's broken, but by becoming so whole, so coherent, so aligned that the old reality can no longer exist in our presence. We become the catalyst. We become the change. We become the field in motion. And as we return from the void back into the body, back into the room, we carry something with us. Not just insights or peace, but power. The power to think, feel, and act from a place of creation. The power to walk through the world not as a victim of circumstance, but as a conscious participant in the great unfolding.